65 billion gallons. That's how much water there is in this reservoir. But did you know that this all used to be people's houses? In the late 1800s, the population of Boston was rapidly growing out of control, and their water supply couldn't keep up. So the state began construction of what would be the world's largest public drinking water supply at the time. By the early 1900s, 6 mills, 8 schoolhouses, 4 churches, 2 cemeteries, and 30 miles of road and rail line were removed so that 100 square miles of valley could be flooded with water. And over 100 years later, the Wachusett Reservoir is still in the exact same place and supplies millions of Bostonians with clean drinking water. But to me, the coolest part is that you can fish in the Wachusett Reservoir, though there are some pretty strict rules that you have to follow. First, there's obviously no bodily contact with the water allowed because it is a public water supply, so no wading and definitely no swimming. Second, you're only allowed to fish from shore, no kayaks or boats allowed. And third, you can only access Wachusett through designated gates, which all require a hike in, which creates a natural barrier to entry. These factors combined with the crystal clear water quality means that you can catch species of fish that are very hard to come by in other parts of the state. But more importantly, there are some records to be broken.
We got it on camera.
Oh my God.
All right, good morning guys. We are out here, Wachusett Reservoir opening day, and we came on a day in which it was actually supposed to rain. Rain ended up turning into snow, so we're gonna be fishing in the snow today. Now the unique thing about Wachusett, you can't fish on a kayak, can't fish on a boat, you can only go on land. And every access point requires walking in. Part of what makes Wachusett Reservoir special is that you have to be willing to hike if you want to catch fish, which means the people that frequent the Wachusett Reservoir are all pretty serious about catching fish. Well, what do we have here?
Just two.
None other than the captain.
What's up, boys?
Now that the gang was all here, it was time to catch fish. At Wachusett, you'll see two kinds of fishermen. The guys that say using live bait works best, and the guys that say that using lures works best. Today, I'm going to show you both methods. I'm doing a method called the inflatable shiner, where you take a live shiner and inflate it with air, using a diabetic needle. You then fish it off the bottom, and the idea is that that shiner floats just above the muck. And it didn't take long for my buddy Albert to hook up.
Oh, he's running, he's gone.
Get him.
He's got it. Perfect eater size.
Dude, there you go.
Yes.
Now if you live in Canada, the Midwest, or Maine, this fish probably isn't that special to you. This is a lake trout. And in Massachusetts, there's really only 2 places where you can catch them, and the Wachusett Reservoir is one of them. And Albert was able to catch not 1, but 2 off of bait before any of us were able to hook up once. Albert with the second fish, and I got 0. About the same size.
A little bigger. It's crazy. There it is.
Fish number 2, Albert putting us to shame. While we were fishing bait, Cam and Mark were using lures, and Cam was able to find a fish of his own. Sorry, what were you saying about your spot being better?
My spot's still better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's so weird. Look, so I got him in the mouth. But
And then it wrapped around. Yeah. Third cast.
Not a bad one. What was my guess, Mike?
3 pounds.
2.8. Your guess?
I'd say 3 pounds is pretty on the money.
I think 3 pounds pretty on the money.
Yeah.
3-2.
Unfortunately, the action kind of died down. In a period of 6 hours, only 3 fish were caught across 5 different people, which gave us all an excuse to change spots. At spot number 2, I decided to switch from bait to lures. I'm using this Salt Strong Slam Shady, which is a 3-inch paddle tail on a 1/4 ounce jig head. And I'm just letting my jig sink all the way to the bottom and every so often giving it a little jiggle. And that was when I saw my first signs of life. Oh, that's a fish. Yeah, we got one. What is this? Oh, popped it. And after a full day of fishing, I had lost the only fish that I had hooked into. So far, my 2024 season was not off to a good start at the Wachusett Reservoir. So I decided to link up with John, a Wachusett Reservoir veteran who lives in the area. And John was about to have one of the craziest days of fishing in his entire life. But first, I need to actually catch something of my own. There's one. Yep, there's one. Yeah. He rose first, like right in front of me.
And then like maybe 3 casts after, a little twitch and he got it.
At long last, I was able to get my first lake trout of 2024. You can actually eat lake trout. A lot of people smoke them and turn it into dip, but I decided to release this guy since I wanted to keep fishing with John and see what else we could catch.
Spit out, look at we spit out.
Yeah. Smelt.
Guess that's what they're feeding on.
Yeah.
They're so hardy.
As we got to midday, we started to see some more action, and John was able to catch a fish that we hadn't yet seen. You've already seen lake trout at Wachusett, but you're also able to catch Atlantic landlocked salmon and smallmouth bass. And the smallmouth bass at Wachusett are extremely colorful and they're big.
Oh.
Oh, I see him.
Oh. That's a nice one.
Oh my god.
Yep. I'm gonna get this.
Oh. He's fired up to do it. Oh, he's got it. So sick.
Stay button. Stay button.
That is a stud, dude.
Tank, bro.
Absolute stud.
Dude, I told you. I told you, man.
Absolute stud. Dude, he ate that.
That was
so
sick.
good. Ate it. He basically T-boned it.
Do not want him thrashing for that. That's why we come to Wachusett Reservoir, man. Remember I told you it didn't look that big in the water?
Dude, thing's a unit. That thing looked like 2 pounds in the water. He's an absolute tank. So aggressive. Chased it.
Chase it in. I told you that happened the other day.
Yeah.
The same exact thing. I watched it fall in, and he was just fired up to eat it.
Although the smallmouth was a really cool catch, it was still definitely a slower morning. John and I had been out for about 6 hours at this point, and we had only caught 1 fish each. And just when we were getting to the point of calling it a day, John hooked into a fish that he would remember for the rest of his life.
What's up, man? I'm on. Feels big, dude. Yo, this is a big fish. This is a big fish. I think this is a big laker, dude. This is a monster laker, bro.
Oh my gosh, it's a huge laker.
Bro, this is a monster laker. Yo, do you mind giving me a hand landing this, bro? This is a big laker, bro. No.
Grab the tail.
Come on, stay on. It's right in the corner of his mouth. Yep.
That's a. Is that a laker?
Grab him, dude. Grab him. It's a 10-pounder. That's a 10-pounder. That's over 10.
This is like 16.
Yo, get him up, get him up.
Dude, I got him. That thing is.
We did it again, dude. 2 days in a row. Oh my god.
This thing's huge.
I can't believe this.
Tape and stuff.
It's in my backpack, which
Here,
is.
I'll go grab it.
Yeah,
go grab it. This thing's huge. Yeah, dude. I didn't catch it, bro, and I'm shaking. 39.
Oh my god, dude, that's a catch and release record.
39.
Yeah, I mean it's close. You
The lamp will be flat.
Yeah.
I'm doing video.
It's like 39 if that's right. It's to the tip.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, 19-inch girth. That right there is a 20-pound lake trout out of Wachusett. Yesterday, one of my best friends caught his fish of a lifetime. Today, I just caught my fish of a lifetime. I can't believe it. Let's get this thing released.
Part of what makes the catch and release state record special is that it only requires a measurement. whereas the catch and keep state record requires you to actually kill the fish before it's weighed and measured. John officially received the catch and release state record for his 39-inch lake trout. And the craziest part is that a 38-inch lake trout, the previous record, was caught only 2 days before. The entire story is pretty crazy and it was all within the same time period of the full eclipse. Matt Hefner from On the Water wrote a great article about it. You can check it out here.
Here he goes.
Damn, see you later.
Dude, yo, thank you so much, man.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah. Glad I was here. I came out, was just farting around this afternoon, wanted to come down here. What are the odds you'd land a 20-pounder?
Bro, we've been here since 6. Fishing the shoreline since 6.
Just never know when they're gonna bite.
Dude, I've been...
Yeah, I can't believe you got one bigger than Eli. The day after.
The day after, in the same spot.
Less than 24 hours
Also
after.
on a black and blue bass jig. Football jig. Same exact lure.
With the weed guard cut off. Don't forget that part.
With the weed guard cut off.
That's fun.
Just working a football jig off the bottom. I like a Z-Man craw trailer because they stay nice and upright in the water. This is what we got that fish on today, just a black and blue craw. My other go-to is just typical springtime bass lure, jerkbait. This is a very underutilized lake trout lure. If you're really struggling out here, I highly recommend using those lures and just put in the time and eventually you'll get rewarded for it.
If you've been fishing the Wachusett Reservoir for, not that long and you've gone maybe 1, 2, 3 times and you haven't caught fish, don't get discouraged. I mean, John, what would you say is your largest day? Like longest day without a fish?
12 hours, if not more, all day. Sun up to sundown, no fish, multiple days in a row. But you beat the bank and you grind because at any moment you could have a fish like we just experienced today. So that's what keeps you going ultimately. I swear to God, dude, I'm not joking. I just caught a 20-pound lake trout. It was 39 inches. We got it on camera.
Oh my God. Dude, congratulations.
Bro, I can't believe, on a black and blue football jig. Same lure.
Dude, am I dreaming right now?
I don't know what's going on, bro.